Are you running digital ads and they're just not converting? These are the 3 questions you should ask yourself if that's the case. Every now and then you may run an ad and you're just not seeing the results that you expected. Your conversions may be low, your cost per lead may be high, and then the traffic that you're driving to the actual landing page just isn't buying your product. So when this happens, these are the 3 questions I always ask myself. The first one is my targeting correct? Now this may seem like a simple question because you're like, I really thought about this before I ran this ad, but what we think and what actually is sometimes doesn't mash up after you start to run the ad. So that's the first thing I look at. I look at, did I target too specific? Do I need to broaden my targeting? Did I target too broad and I'm driving the wrong traffic there that's just not gonna buy? So that's the first thing I look at with the targeting. The next thing I'll go to is the creative. Now, the creative is the most subjective part, because a lot of time we think that we have the perfect creative. You know, oh, I spent so much time on this. It's gotta be right. It can't be the creative, but a lot of time that's what it is. So again, with the creative, you wanna change one thing at a time. I usually start with the actual video or picture that's running for the creative first, and I'll try that out. So if it's a video, I'll recut the video so that maybe it's a little bit more engaging and the call to action is in the front of the video instead of maybe the middle or the end. Wherever it was before, I'm gonna move it. And I'm gonna put the call to action to the very, very front. So I'm gonna recut the video and then I'm gonna let that run. If that doesn't work, then I'm gonna start playing with the ad text within it. Now, if you're like me, you're probably running more than one ad at a time. So within your campaigns, you probably have 3 or 4 ad sets. I'm only going to fool with the one that has the best performance. So I'm gonna turn off all the other ad sets. So if I'm running 4 ad sets, the one that has the best performance of the 4 unperforming ones, because none of them are doing great, that's the one I'm actually going to play with to try to get it up to where I need it to be so that we can see the results we want to see. So first I fool with the actual creative part, the video or the still image, and I'm gonna play with that once, and then if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna move to the text, and then if the text doesn't work, then I'll go back to the video and then back to the text one more time. But I'm only gonna have one variable at a time. That's very important. A lot of people will change both the text and the actual creative, the video or the image at the same time. You don't want to do that because you want to figure out which one wasn't resonating. Was it the actual video or picture, or was it the text that was in the ad? The third question I ask myself is my call to action off? Now you may be thinking, well, what do you mean by that? Well, we have soft call to actions and we have hard call to actions. And depending upon where a buyer is within their buyer's journey, depends on what call to action you have on your ad. So if my ads aren't converting and I've done everything I could in the beginning between the targeting and the creative, then it's probably my call to action that's off. So what I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna change that. So my hard call to action is maybe buy now, call for an appointment, schedule an appointment. Well, maybe I need to change it to something very simple like just learn more. Learn more is much more appealing to someone who is higher in that journey and needs to discover more about your business or your product. So that's the next thing that I would change. And I would change that both within the creative and within the body of the text of your ad. So those are the 3 questions I would ask if you are having problems with your ads converting. Remember, first, is my targeting correct? The second is my creative correct? And then the third is, do I have the correct call to action? I hope this helps and I hope your ads start converting.